I am going to be planting blackberries in this Earthbox. This is Earthbox Original, not the junior, not the smaller one. This is the big one. And the reason I'm doing it, most of my Earthboxes are going to be vegetables, tomatoes, peppers, squash, and the like. But I've decided to do a test on blackberries to see how well Earthboxes, how well blackberries do in Earthboxes. I've got 18 other blackberry plants planted in self-wicking tubs, big 20-gallon tubs, 2 foot in diameter, 2 feet tall, big tubs. And those are permanent structures. But I want to see if I can make a blackberry patch out of Earthboxes. And so anyway, I'm going to try. I thought about planting one just right in the middle, but since the manufacturer says to plant 2 tomatoes in it on each corner, on each end, I'm gonna go ahead and plant 2. I've got 2 blackberry plants to go in Earthboxes. I was gonna use 2 Earthboxes, but I've decided to do 2 in 1 Earthbox. Let's get started. Something else you always do with an Earthbox is put lime in it, dolomite garden lime. So I've got a pound in here. I'll mix that in. You can do that when you put maybe half the soil in it, or you can do it while it's on top and just mix it in with the soil underneath. That sweetens it up. And blackberries, I believe, like about a 6.5 pH, something like that. So we're gonna sweeten that soil up. All Earthboxes get a pound of dolomite. That's one of the secrets to it. All right, now for the fertilizer. So I've got some Dr. Earth organic fertilizer. This is a 463. It probably wouldn't hurt if this was more balanced, like an 888 or something like that, simply because blackberries need the nitrogen to really give them a boost in growing the green that they need to grow. But I've got 1 pound of the Dr. Earth. I've got my trusty hoary knife. I'm just gonna cut a groove along the edge of this. Just make an indentation. You can probably do it with your fingers. And put that pound of fertilizer, the entire pound. Sounds like a lot, looks like a lot, but it's not. Put a pound of fertilizer in there. And we'll cover it back up. Cover the fertilizer up. Now, at this point, most Earthboxes are going to get a bonnet. You're going to get, looks like a shower cap on it. But you put the bonnet on and then you poke a hole in it and plant your tomatoes, whatever. Well, these are so big, it's just really, with a root ball like that, it's hard to cut a small hole in the bonnet, put it in there. Plus, if you know how blackberries propagate themselves, this will send roots up and pop up some shoots to reproduce itself later on this spring. So I'm just going to leave the bonnet off, but I will come back in here and mulch it real heavy, probably with some wood chips or something like that. And instead of a bonnet, the bonnet just acts as a mulch cover, keeps rain out. Rain will be getting in on this one, but Earthbox has a weep hole at the bottom, so it's not going to flood. Any rain that comes in is going to run out if it gets too much. Again, it holds about 2 inches of water in the bottom, and then wicks up water in these corners. Each of these corners wicks up that water. That's where the wicking well of the Earthbox is in those corners. You need to always make sure your soil is pressed down hard down in those corners, way down deep, so it'll bring that water up. All right, I'll show you how this goes. This is an experiment for me. I don't I've never done blackberries in earth boxes. So, and that's one reason I'm just using one. But we'll see how it goes. I'll cover this with, I may just cover it with potting mix, but I think I'll put wood chips on it to cover it up, to mulch the top of it. And I will just stay with me. We'll see how this works. I haven't heard of anybody. I've seen in some of their forums that people say you can plant blackberries in it, but I've never seen a YouTube video, never seen anything like that where people actually did it and showed the result of it. So we're going to show the results of this, and hopefully it will be good. The pink light you see, that's from a grow light, for my tomatoes and my peppers are. Anyway, earth boxes for blackberries. Let's see if it works. We're gone.